Okay. Hello, dear friends. Good evening. Such a beautiful, beautiful evening. So the other day, yesterday, I made a video about 神农尝百草, the god of Chinese mythology, god of agriculture, tried hundreds, many kinds of plants, and selected the plant for people to plant, and therefore started the agriculture. So he was the god of agriculture. All those stories, and including today's story, are prehistorical. It's before there was a written history. It was Chinese mythology, Chinese tale, Chinese story, and inherited from hundreds of years, generation of generation. So if you hear something different from my version, trust them. Do not trust me. Anyway, no need to trust anybody. It's just a kind of story, and take it as something to relax, to distract, to ponder why the story is like this, why that culture has this kind of thinking, of idea, of way of seeing the world. That's all I want to share with you. So today we are going to talk about Chinese characters and the Chinese writing. We all know Chinese writing is interesting, complicated, and different track from the alphabetic language, which I am speaking right now, the English. C'est aussi différent que français, que les autres langues. C'est très unique. C'est très unique chinois. So Chinese is a very unique language, and Chinese characters, how it came into existence. Here is the story. Let me try to write it and tell you. Okay. So in a traditional character, Cangjie is written this way. Let me write it down. Cang. I actually have a hard time to write in traditional character. Cangjie. Zao. Zi. Now let me write down the pronunciation. We are a little bit out of the range. Cang, Cang, not Kang. Okay, C. This pronounced C. Cang, Jie, Zao, Zi. Cangjie造字. So Cangjie is a person's name. In simplified character, it is written this way. Cangjie. Person's name, Cangjie. Zao is to make, to create, to build. And to do, it's an action word, mostly to make. Zi is Chinese character. Zi, character. A-R-A-E-C-T T-O-R-T-E-R. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The C-H-A-R-T-E-R. Character. Okay, I'm right. T-E-R. Make character.仓颉made Chinese character, created Chinese character. 字 are those. This is a zi, a zi, a zi, a zi. One character, another character, another character, another character. So that is this. So in the ancient time, in China, that was before the language started. People use a rope to tie a knot, means one thing. To tie another knot means two things. To tie three and means three things. Four means four things. For example, there is a cow, a cat. Okay, I only can draw a cat. Goo. If there is a goo, yeah, I was trying to draw a cow, but so the ear was a cow ear. And so, for example, a cat, one cat is one knot, two cats are two knots. Anyway, if there is one thing happening, one fighting, one knot, two times fighting, two knots. Anyway, it used to be 结绳记事. 结 is to make a knot. 绳 is a rope. 结绳是记 is to record. 记事 is matter, things. 是结绳记事. So record things or tie a knot. Tie a knot to record things. So at the very beginning, you only have one cow or one horse or one sheep or two or three. It's relatively easy to remember. As time develops, it becomes more and more difficult and things becomes complicated. I fight you, you fight him, and different fight, different tax, different population, different animal. This year's agricultural production, next year's agricultural production, and it's all different number. It becomes difficult to remember. So 结绳记事, so tie a knot to record things is definitely out of the capacity of recording a much more advanced life, right? So, and 仓颉, it was recorded or it was told, legend had it that 仓颉was a kind of accountant or prime minister or financial minister or secretary of state, but taking care of finance, of accounting, or CPA, maybe CPA. Anyway, those kind of things. And so his job was to recording things for the emperor. And as things become more and more complicated, there were times that making a knot was just not enough. So he became frustrated. And it came one day, he was doing something or working something. Anyway, you make your story. And at this time, he saw some animals pass. some birds pass. And then each animal have different footprint, right? If a chicken, it's something like this. Okay, this is a chicken. Right? And if it is a duck, the duck will be like a little fan, right? So chick and duck is different. And if a cat, oh gosh, I forgot to count cat. Toe beans, right? Cat has these little toe beans. And dog and horse. This must be horse. Horse and cow, they are all different. The footprint are different. So he was thinking, maybe I can use the footprint to record how many, to represent different things. For example, chicken use the chicken feet, and duck use the duck feet. That kind of not makes sense. This is duck, ya, and this is ji, this is chicken. Does it look like? Oh yeah, why not? Anyway, so he used the different shape of things to represent the meaning of some words. And later on, he started to observe mountain, shan, mountain. Waterfall, chuan, something like a waterfall and water creek. This is for water. And Apollo, I mean sun. And you know that inside the sun there is a black dot, right? The sun, 黑子, 太阳黑子. So this later on becomes, okay, it's too fast. Sun, and they found a black dot there. And then this is the word. And this is a machine wrote the simplified or traditional. This is the standard word to write the sun. And this is the moon. 日, pronunciation 月. Pronunciation, it means the moon. 山水 and human, this is 人, and this one is wood, tree. 木. So Chinese character was very beginning, starting from recording the real image of things, and collectively this place developed a a way of writing, recording something. Another place may record it differently. So Cangjie, another way, another theory is saying that there used to be existed words that already there, and he was kind of a person to organize and classify and bring them together. So that was the story of Cangjie造字. And to the stage of Cangjie, the Chinese character was actually not uniformed. It's mostly Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor, about 2,500 years ago. Yeah, Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor. He unified China. He was a Baojun. He was a very powerful and brutal and ruthless leader. There were a lot of stories about him, just so ruthless, killing people and taking power. Anyway, he did something good. One thing is to unify the Chinese characters. So there are different ways of writing characters, and he finally makes sure, okay, listen to me, I am saying it. If you write it another way, you are dead. Okay? Tomorrow I am not seeing you. That's the end of it. Write my way. So he unified the Chinese character. Another thing he unified is the measurement. Now we have imperial measurement, we have military measurement, we have US ounce, and European or Chinese gram, and what else? Liters and milliliters and quarter, cup, yeah, and ounce, and measurement, yard, meter, inch, foot. So all this is just so complicated. And the China first emperor said, okay, I'm enough of it. Everyone listen to me. You do not listen to me, you are dead. You are no longer exist. So he unified this. And at the same time, he had done a lot of bad things. For example, he likes his philosophy, and he had a philosophy that he's very fond of and respect 法家, which use power, restriction, and very brutal kind of government. And he was not a fan of the 儒家, the Confucius, and the very modest, mild, polite way of controlling the country. And he killed a lot of this is also a historical debate. Some say he killed, but anyway, he was very brutal. He was very brutal. Brutal is the word. He was very bad to a lot of scholars, scholates, and scholars. And so, yeah, we are a little bit too far away from the Cangjie造字. So, all what I'm saying is that Chinese characters start from the simple image. And there is something about the Chinese character is that even nowadays, Chinese character is still not a phonetic based. It's image based. I will tell you that later on it changed. The pure image based characters is only a very small percentage of Chinese writing. And later on there are different kind of computation, combination, permutation, different kind of way of combining the words. Maybe we will later on talk about this. But the truth is that Chinese is not a phonetic-based language. And at the same time, we can talk about the word language development. The word language also comes from an image. Nobody created anything out of thin air. A used to be a cow or something. And later on, if you check the very original, even before the Romanization of the character, the Greek character, the English character, the alphabet is actually also from an image. A is a cow. How did I learn it? When I was 25 years ago, when I started job in my place where I am working now, I have worked there for more than 20 years. So I started here, and I speak French. I spoke French at that time, and there was I work in a French school, and there was another teacher who wanted to learn Chinese, so we exchanged course, and she taught me or correct me French, and I exchange in return, teach her Chinese, yeah, those kind of things. And she studied Latin, a very learned person. She studied Latin, and she told me these stories. The French character, the alphabetic character, and the hieroglyph from the Egyptians. All these language, written language, origination start. It's a fascinating story. I hope you can bring in more knowledge, more explanation of the alphabetic meaning or the original image. I think only A and B, maybe A and B was starting there. And there are also other words that starting there. Yeah, I found one YouTube video, and this person talks about a lot about language linguistic study, which is fascinating. You may want to search about it. So the root of language, the root of alphabet, all over the world, there is a lot of similarity that comes from something real, comes from something that image-based. And later on, which is evolution and revolution, that alphabetic language become into a phonetic-based, you can pronounce consonant vowel. And China is one of the few, or maybe only, I do not know, I cannot talk about as a learned scholar, but Chinese is one of the few that kept the image-based, each individual character. And so far, China has something like 60,000 Chinese characters. 60,000. maybe 60,000, some say 50,000, each individual characters that is different. So for alphabetic language, I think in Korean there are 25 or 35, I forgot. And Japanese 平假名、片假名、啊伊库凯卡卡、啊伊乌诶啊卡基库凯卡哒滴嘟哒哒滴零滴哒哒 right? Japanese and English is A B C D E F G H I J K and French is A B C D E F G, right? It's 26 or 30, something like it. You blend it and blend a sound, right? Sound, sound, right? And a lot of word is actually from Roman, English word from Roman, from German, from Dutch, from French sound, and what else? Else. So, you are right. You are, yeah, right. So a lot of these words, a lot of the meaning, you can blend it out. Chinese is different. It's each word is different. You have to know some basic. You have to know some basic. For example, 门. It's one person beside the door. This is the plural form of something. 我们 we, 你们 you, all of you, 他们 they, yeah. And this part is 门. What else? 走照. Oh, suddenly, 提笔忘字. Another thing is that as the computer developed, we start to type words, and our ability to remember words really reduce. So 60,000 Chinese characters, and at my peak time, I think I know a few thousand, should not be 10,000. I forgot. I do not know, but usually nobody knows so many words. These are a lot of words used very rarely. And if you remember 1,000, 2,000 characters, you are good enough. You can write book. You can write. You can write book. You can read book, read newspaper, communicate. That's sufficient. All these, a lot of words that is not used. Yeah, so that's the story of 仓颉造字. 仓颉造字. So story of how the characters started is from like anywhere in the world, I think. It starts from the complication of life, make it into the development of life, of society, created the need of recording. Then they start to record, and there was no rule. And communication, the development of society and communication and commerce made it possible to unification of characters. Another thing that is quite fun, interesting, is that when仓颉, there were stories talk about 仓颉造字.仓颉made Chinese made characters. When he made character, I think 天降 雨天雨丽素还是丽？素鬼夜哭。It's quite difficult for you to remember all these. Don't try it. 天 is sky. 雨 rain. It rains rats and cats. No, it rains rice, wheat, grains. How good it is when仓颉created characters, created words. The sky was so happy, started to rain. It rains pizza, it rains grain, it rains rice. So heaven is happy because there is a way, there is hope for humanity. People can record things, can communicate, can make commerce, and it's a development. It's towards a good direction. 鬼夜哭, 鬼 is devil, evil, monster, all the bad things. Monster or the bad things. The bad spirit, evil spirit. 夜 night. 哭 is cry. Tearing, cry. Cry with tear. Cry with tear. Cry and run of tear. That is cry. Okay? Not no. Maybe. Yeah. But mostly sad and cry. So 鬼夜哭 when 仓颉create character. Sky is happy, but there are evil spirits are not happy. They are afraid because people had knowledge. People will know that something is wrong. You are not doing the right thing. There will be supervision. There will be observation. There will be justice. There will be people's justice, people's judgment, right? Yeah, so you can see even in old time, sometimes they afraid of people becoming smarter. People become smarter. It's always scary for the controlling class. Okay, I will not go too far on this. It's just a story. You get the idea. Thank you very, very, very much. I love you. I really do. Do. Goo, bye.